Yeah, welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host, Zacchaeus and the Fifth General. What up, Zacchaeus?
Hey, it's so good to be here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like how we always do.
Oh yeah.
And man, last week we got quite the we got a good looks. You know, we were kind of cracking down on the Angie Stone situation. We thought it was something very fishy.
Yeah.
About
extremely fishy.
Right, about how it is that you speak out against your label and then you have a van full of 9 people, but you're the only one that dies in a car crash.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I did notice a couple people feel the same way. We got quite the few comments and feedback saying,
yes,
they should investigate it. You know, because we brought up several people. We brought up Michael Jackson's death, Prince's death, and many other. Or if they don't, like we say, if you don't die, then then your career, then you get ostracized.
Yes,
you get demonized.
Yes, absolutely.
So I want to thank everybody for responding to that. And once again,
thank you so much.
Rest in peace and condolences to the family. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. Condolences to the family of Angie Stone once again.
Yes.
All right. Absolutely. So today we're going to freestyle it. I got some clips. We're going to respond. We have our brother that we love to have on here.
Mm-hmm.
Gives a great perspective on pretty much any topic.
Yes.
But we definitely love his perspective when it comes to a lot of relationship-based topics because he seems to have very well communicated and a very eloquent way of speaking and thought-provoking on his opinion that brings attention, gives me perspective too. That wow, I didn't see it that way.
Yes.
And it's good to have another perspective, besides the two of us. Although we do all right, but it's good to have a third perspective from time to time.
Yes.
So we're gonna bring our brother up, coming to the stage. Our brother Ray. How's it going, Ray?
Hey, gentlemen, how are you? It's great to be back. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Zacchaeus. Thank you, Fifth.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some fun today, man. I'm gonna play some clips. We're gonna respond to it. And a couple things here and there. And then we'll just give our perspective, give our opinions and our thoughts, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Good. So we're gonna bring this first one up. I sent this to my brother. We're going ahead and see what this is about. Because I saw this and I was like, here we go again with this conversation. So it's a redundant thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it.
So there's a woman, she wrote into our show rather, that she and her husband, they're approaching their 5th wedding anniversary. Wait, hold on, let me start this again. First couple minutes was missed. So there's a woman, she wrote into our show rather, that she and her husband, they're approaching their 5th wedding anniversary marriage anniversary, sorry. And she said, life together is good, not perfect, but they make ends meet. They work hard. They have a modest lifestyle. They have 2 young children, ages 1 and 4. Recently, she discovered something that she describes as shocking. Her husband's card and comic book collection, something he's guarded since they met, is worth $2.5 million. He's been collecting for over 25 years, a passion he inherited from his late father, and he still holds on to some of his dad's collection. When she brought up selling it, thinking of all the ways they could improve their family's life, he refused, saying the collection isn't about money, but more so about emotional value. To him, it's a legacy he plans to pass down to their children. Now she's struggling with reality that they're sitting on a fortune, yet still living paycheck to paycheck. Should she accept his emotional attachment, or does he owe it to their family to cash in? What would you guys do? Is he being unreasonable, or should sentimental value come before financial security? I'll go last.
Okay, so according to her, they're living paycheck to paycheck. Not like they're behind on finances.
She said they live modestly, they make ends meet, but from what I gather, it's like maybe there's not a lot of cushion.
So not struggling.
Right.
Not like struggling paycheck to paycheck. Not she could be doing, or they could be doing better.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like in that case, there can be a compromise here. I think she can leave that man alone until they come to a point where they're struggling, so that he knows that when that time comes, he's going to have to give that up. But for right now, she could leave him alone with his sentimental value.
And his dad's dead, so
He probably just came across the value of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she just found out how much it's worth.
Women love to live on somebody else's shit, bro. This is fucking crazy. You guys just don't get it. I mean, my thing is that collection is his collection passed down from his father. Also, in addition to whatever he's been able to acquire, although they're not struggling, they could live better. They could be thriving. But I don't think that he should sacrifice it right now. That makes no sense. He's going to sacrifice it. My thing is, one, you were cool until you found it. Like, there was no fucking issues, right? Now you find something that is his, that is worth some money, and now you want for him to cash out so he can, I guess, provide more.
That's the sentimental value that's going to be passed on. So now you're basically taking that away from your kids.
But to play devil's advocate, at some point the shit got to get sold.
It would really be up to him and like having a desire to do more for his family, having a desire for his family to, you know, do more than live paycheck to paycheck. Because at some point, as an adult, you have to make tough decisions to support the family that you've created. You know, you can't be out here telling John that, oh, we can't send you to that math camp because we ain't got it, but you sitting on $2.5 million of a comic book, but you don't want to send your son to math camp? Or you don't want to, you know, invest in whatever their future is? I think as his wife, I would have more of an issue with that part. Like if the kids are going without something in some sort of way, versus her just, oh, I think we need that money. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you check out the full.
Okay. Hopefully y'all got that.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Long clip. Who would like to go first?
Okay, I'll go first then.
Go ahead.
2.5 million worth of comic book that you found out. But see, the thing is that I believe in working together. I believe in like building together, because the truth of the matter is that yes, that 2.5 million worth of comic books, you see, it's like this. It's like, it reminds me of grinding. Like, let's say you have something that you do as a hobby. Like he collects comic books as a hobby. He didn't know the worth of it until he found out that was worth 2.5 million. And they were living and I heard them in this podcast living paycheck to paycheck, which the average American family, a lot of people do live paycheck to paycheck, because let's face it, things are very expensive now. And it puts a strain on certain things. And I know his wife was probably getting on him about like, we got to do something. We're living paycheck to paycheck. But now, when she seen the comic book, she see dollar signs. And all of a sudden now she wants him to sell it. Just sell it so we can get some money in here. I know, but I see a lot of women doing that anyway. I see a lot of wives or fiancés doing that, saying, listen, you got to push this thing so we can sell, so we can get some money in our pocket, so we can push our kid to get the best of the best. But I see where he's coming from too, because he's sitting on a landmine. He's sitting on a gold mine, right? So he's seen the value, and this could be an inheritance for his children too. That's an inheritance. The problem is, to make a long story short, people see the here and now, and they have, and Ray, you know, a lot of women, I can't say a lot, but some of these women, they see the here and now. I want to pay bills now. Let me do this now. Let's pay this now. They don't see the You see, that's why a lot of people can't get into business because they don't see the long term and the haul. They see the here and now. They don't see the long term of like, the book, yeah, think and grow rich. That's right. That's right. They don't see the long term. They see let me do it now. Let me get it in now. Let me pay this now. Let me do this now. Let's do this now. Take that money out. Let's cash in so we can get this now. But they don't see the long haul of the value of it. That's why some people, they get scammed because they want money now. They need it now. They don't, the grind of, there's certain things that's a grind. When you're grinding, let's say, for example, music, you're grinding content creation, which is YouTube, you're grinding and you're building something, but they don't understand that maybe a few years from now, this can be something that can be left and the kids can benefit. The next generation can benefit from it because of something that you established now. And that's the problem. They see a lot of people don't have vision. They don't see 10 years from now, that'd be good. This is how rich people think. Oh, this is gonna be a gold mine. This is gonna be something that we can sit on several years from now. No, the system want it now. Let's cash out now. Cash out and no. So you cash out 2.5 million. What you gonna do with it now if you have no plans? Because 2.5 million, if you don't have a strategic plan in place to have 2.5 million on you, they're gonna blow it. Am I right?
Most people do that. Go ahead.
Yes. When they win the lottery, they do?
They're broke.
They're broke.
They're broke within 5 years or something like that. It's actually a stat.
Exactly. They're broke. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
They're broke. Mm-hmm.
Well, you mentioned compromise.
Mm-hmm.
If it were me,
yes,
this is what I would be willing to do. She said that the whole comic book, all the comic books he have, is valued to 2.5 million, right?
That's the estimated value that he got that it may be worth. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. All right. Okay. To be practical, and believe me, I'm not talking living the glamorous life either. To be practical. If it were me, I would think about the long-term investment, the return on investment, as far as, what it may be worth. Now, regarding compromise, we would have to sit down and have a serious talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna sit there and say no way. I will say, let's have a discussion. Let's come to a conclusion. And just as you gentlemen spoke about, the future versus immediate gratification, what I would be willing to do is, as I said, the decision won't be about glamour. It will be about certain things that the people in the clip talk about, like, working. There's a difference between working from paycheck to paycheck and putting yourself near homelessness. If they are not near homelessness, even though they're grinding, one, I don't see touching the comic book thing at all, but what I would be willing to do is, as I said, sit down, let's have the discussion. And we may come to a conclusion where I may sell a very, very small portion of it. Again, not for glamour, but, just to be a little comfortable. Because the comic books do have value. You want to send it to your kids. You want your kids to send it to theirs. So that's why I say I wouldn't spend all of it. And for me to sell the comic books the way the wife would want it done, No, I would. The only way I would do that is if push came to shove, if we were foreclosing or something. I would consider spending the portion of it or the whole thing if it came to that. If we are grinding and we are not near homelessness, that ain't being touched. And if it's being touched, a very small portion of it will be. And that decision will be fine, even if we agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a difference between something being estimated at a value and someone who's willing to pay for it. Who's to say that if he goes and sells this comic book memorabilia, that he'll actually get 2.5, what is it, million or billion?
Million,
right?
Million, yeah.
Million. Who's to say that he can get that? Case in point, do you know that most classic cars are actually worth more than what people buy them for?
Oh, yeah.
So just because something becomes a classic when it becomes more rare and demand increases. So if we talking comic books, right? Let's go. I know a little thing or two about it. I don't own any, but I know a little thing about it on the nerd side of me. Let's just say it's a old Batman comic, issue number 1, Detective Comics before the acquisition of actual DC and also acquiring other characters from Action Comics and stuff like that. Let's just say it's that comic book. Let's just say that comic book is worth, well, it's valued, right, at, let's say, $500,000, and it took about a good 50 years to become $500,000. Who's to say that you could walk in a comic book store and they'll give you $500,000 for it? That doesn't happen anywhere. There's a show that used to be on AMC, and it was about comic books. It was a comic shop.
Oh, yeah.
And they would go into a store. This one guy walked in. He had a factory sealed. He never even opened the pages to an old Shazam comic book. For those who know Shazam, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said, hey, this is worth so-and-so. And I'm looking for this for it. You know what the guy said? I'll be right back. The guy walks back into to the front, and he goes, I'll give you such and such for it. This man came in with a counter offer that was $10,000 lower.
Wow.
That can happen to that man if he goes to somewhere and tries to sell it, and it's supposed to be valued at 2.5 million, and he walks away with 1.6.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Is being cheated out of what you could get if he could have waited until his son becomes his age.
Okay.
When that time comes. And I'm going to read some lyrics from Jay-Z to prove this point. On the song, The Story of OJ, in this verse, he said, financial freedom, my only hope. F living rich and dying broke. I bought some artwork for 1 million. 2 years later, that worth 2 million. Few years later, that worth 8 million. I can't wait to give that to my children. Y'all think it's bougie, but I'm like, it's fine. But I'm trying to give you $1 million worth of game of $9.99. I turned a 2 to a 4, 4 to an 8. I turned my life into a nice first week release tape. But y'all out here still taking advances, huh? Me and my taking real chances, huh? I know that's lyrics and it's slinging that, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. Is that whatever Jay brought, that artwork is a legacy that he can pass down to his children, Blue and all them other kids. I don't know their name.
No.
If it's worth 8 million now, imagine what it will be when Blue is Beyonce. We also have to keep in mind, and I'm gonna pass the mic back to y'all because I'm a little long-winded. I get it. We also got to keep in mind, we heard that story from the woman's perspective. We didn't get a chance to talk to the husband. Hello?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
What's the husband's view? If the husband is the leader of the family, right? I assume.
Yes,
then he knows how finances work. He knows exactly what needs to get paid here and what needs to be hold off here. Like he knows that the trip to the Maldives is the compromise that's gonna have to wait.
Yes,
that's right. Of course,
that's a healthy compromise. Oh, you want him to come up off them comic books probably because you have a disdain for the fact that he even has comic books and he's a grown man. Ain't like that man is playing with him like a toy. You know, so that's another thing that's not understood, I believe, to that wife, because that's not in her world. Imagine if he would have married a woman who's just like him. You know what she would tell him? Hold.
Yep.
You know why? Because she's thinking about her kids and saying, hey, I know what it's worth. I know the game of comic books. I know the same game that you know. So since I know the same game that you know, I'm going to wait it out. And the last point I want to make that Rico Hundo was making, he the brother that was like saying, you know, women want to always live off someone else's stuff. I know why he made that comment. It was very disingenuous how it started. Trying to make it seem like they were struggling hard on their luck and doing down bad and eating top ramen and hot dogs every night. That is not their life.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the first woman who spoke, who's actually not married. I'll get to the other woman. She's not married, and she said, I think she should let it go until it becomes a dire need.
Right.
And I trust whoever that man is, who's the leader of that household and the president of that family, because when you're the president of your family when you're married, right?
Yes.
So I would think that he would make the right decision to say, okay, this is what we need to do. He inherited from his father. His father held on to it. You know why? Because it wasn't time yet. He taught the son something. You know he did. There's some wisdom and knowledge that was passed down to that son about value. And the one thing you got to understand is that this happens a lot between men and women.
Yes.
Women don't value things that they have no understanding of or care about.
Facts.
This is why women always complain about men playing video games.
Facts.
You ever notice that? Unless she's a gamer too. You know?
If she's not a gamer, she's not gonna understand.
No. Right. And a man has to have something. It's unhealthy for a man not to have a hobby. Y'all know that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I'm gonna say that his comic book collection is his hobby.
Yes.
And if he's smart, he's probably building that collection upon what he inherits from his father so that his kids can inherit it. Now, the second woman who spoke was a married woman. I didn't hear any knowledge and wisdom from her. I didn't hear any patience or understanding from her.
Yeah.
And that's a married woman.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that from her. The unmarried woman had more knowledge and wisdom and understanding than the married woman on that panel. I find that disgusting because you're the only married woman on the panel, and this is a marriage couple who is speaking to you.
Yes,
and you basically siding with the wife. She didn't even give any partial thinking to the husband at all. It wasn't bipartisan at all. Did you notice that? You know, so let me see if I can pose a question. I know that I've been sitting on that clip for a while. Pause. So that's why my response is this way.
Good topic.
Go ahead,
yeah, it's a good topic because I mean, I think it should be. I think it's this. that topic could actually be a whole show because
Mhm.
you know how much couples go through that? Because
Mhm.
what's valued for him is
Mhm.
if it's they look at it, some women look at it this way. And
Yeah.
I'm just saying, some women look at if it's not bringing money, it makes no sense to them.
If it's not serving them
It's not serving them
right now,
Right now,
if it's not
it doesn't make
serving
any
them
sense.
right now, it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it doesn't make any sense. Like a man sitting down playing video games and she getting upset because, oh, you're on this video. The first thing she say, oh, you're on these damn video games. I can't get your attention. You're on these damn video games and so forth. And like that's his only venture. Not like he hangs out with his friends every week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not like you.
Or he's on it 24/7 and he's quit his job. That's a different conversation.
That's a different
and you're right.
conversation. Yeah.
We'll leave that for another topic because I like where you're going with that. But
yes,
just sticking to sentimental value.
Yes.
If the sentimental value is not serving her, this is just what I'm getting from her. If it's not serving her at the moment, she doesn't care because she wants that money that she like the point I made before. Just because it's valued at that dollar amount doesn't mean that you're going to get that price. For people who understand this stuff, they get it. This is why they hold on. This is why they hold on so much. There are things that I'm sure the three of us have that we have acquired over years that may have some sentimental value that we have not sold because it's not time.
Your vinyl has some vinyl records.
Thank you.
Vinyl records.
I have sports memorabilia.
90s.
Likewise.
I have sports memorabilia.
Yeah.
From the most popular basketball player of all time. That I'm not ready to sell. Y'all figure out who that is. Okay? It was gifted to me when I was a child by my aunt. And she gave the wisdom, as well as my mother, hold on to that because it's going to be worth something someday.
Wow.
I have not gotten it appraised, but he's the most popular basketball player in the world of all time.
Oh, we know who that is.
Thank you. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm sorry, brothers. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
That hit me. I'm not married, but that hit me because I would look at this as betrayal. If I'm taking care of home, right, and my wife emails this show and says that stuff, I'm glad they didn't do any names. But if I ever found out that my wife did that, to me, that's covenant breaking. Because why you going to some podcasts and lying and making it seem like we eating sardines for dinner?
Some people don't know how good they have it.
And she talking about some math camp. First of all, man, every freaking kid ain't worth going to no freaking math camp. You got kids that don't even know how to this one cat. Let me tell you something. This is so sad about the kids. I'm gonna do a little joke. They asked the kid, "How old are you?" He said, "Yes."
Yes.
They asked the kid, "Hey, what's 2 + 4?" And somebody in the background held up 4 fingers, and he drew 4 fingers on a chalkboard.
What?
Instead of just saying 4. He don't need to be going to no math camp. He need to be going to a freaking, what do you call him, a tutor.
A tutor, a math camp.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
what?
So that's not the life that always has to be the situation. Why does it have to be? Why are we naming things that don't make sense? Why are we acting like every kid is gonna be the next, insert whatever blank genius we talk about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not good. All right, let me stop. I'm being a terrible host right now. All right, enough of what I got to say. I want to get into another clip. Unless Ray, you had some last words to say about it that you already didn't say.
Well, I covered my basis, as I said,
Yes.
because I talked about what it would take for me to compromise, but then you brought up,
Yeah.
the landmine that we're sitting on. Now, again,
Yeah.
no, because you see, that's the thing. You see, you have a better idea of how these things work regarding comic books, and I'm sure other things. So I didn't take that in. I didn't register that in my mind when I made my statement.
Right.
But as I said before, the only thing I'm still sticking with regarding my statement was that, again, I did say that if it were my decision to at least try to get part of what I have for the dollar value, or the potential dollar value, as I said, it wouldn't be about trying to lead a glamorous life. It wouldn't be about no trip. It would be, we would have to be borderline homeless for me to say, I'm gonna sell off this, or I'm gonna sell off a portion of that. But if she's talking about immediate gratification to go on trips and stuff, no, I wouldn't touch it.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I'm saying it would have to be extreme for me to say I got to sell this or I got to sell part of it. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, well said. Apparently, in that particular household, they have a bigger problem, and they're gonna have to address that in private. Yeah, because I don't think she trusts him as a husband to lead the family. That's what it sounds like to me. And secondly, let's just say he sells, my last statement regarding this. Let's just say he sells this memorabilia. He's not getting 2.5 for, but whatever he gets for it,
right?
He gets to decide what's done with it, not her.
Right.
He gets to decide that.
Well, she got excited because you heard the
money,
the value. Yeah.
Well, you made your point. What are we gonna do with that money?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Spend it on cars and clothes, and then
That's
be broke within 5 years?
Selling, going shopping on sprees, buying a Birkin bag for Birkin bag for $500,000 to $500,000 for Birkin bags. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And what people need to realize is that, again, 2.5 million in this day and age is cheaper than how it was 30 years ago. You could get a lot more for the dollar 30 years ago. And I think that in the husband's case, to sit 2.5 million this day and age ain't really a landmine.
No.
And if you wait, the value will be more. Matter of fact, if he were to sell it, as you said, for general, he may not get 2.5 million. Years from now, he may get that and more. So I think that we need to analyze and really think about every aspect of this. And I don't think that an immediate gratification person doesn't have that way of thinking. Because if they want the self gratification now, the money will dwindle instantly. Then what?
Exactly. What? Yeah, it's facts. Yeah. What? Yeah.
It's an emotional decision, right?
Yeah.
And it's not a decision that you make off of emotion, because you have to use logic when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because anytime you inherit something, you have to have a plan. This is something that I've learned, right? That you have businesses, right? You have families. I'm going to use the McMahons as an example. You have businesses, right? And they become what they become. And then let's just say they raise the kids in it. The kids are so eager to, Dad, let me run things. The father says, nope. It's the kids ask why. Because you're not ready yet. Because the plan that I have and I acquired over the years, my failures, my wins are you've seen my wins, but I may have kept my failures from you. And you need to understand that my heart is connected to this. I have a passion for this, even if I didn't make a dime. So if I sell this to you and then you don't understand the value of it, you won't value it and you won't get what it's worth. So when I look at the McMahons, Vince McMahon, Linda
yeah.
McMahon, okay?
Yeah.
Vince is Vince Jr. He inherited WWF that became WWE from his dad.
He bought it.
His dad had the business first. Right. He bought it underhandedly. I won't get into that. I've seen the documentary. But
Okay.
the point that I'm making is with Stephanie and Shane, which are his children, they wanted to run things so early, but it wasn't time yet. Because they had to learn the passion that their father had. They had to learn, hey, you need to value this like I value this. Because then when you have kids and your kids have kids, we can run this and we can teach them and we can make sure that they understand. So there's a time and investment and a value that you must have, and you have to do this with everything. You have to do this with also maybe real estate. The Bible says that a wise man leaves an inheritance for his kids, but here's the thing: you have to teach those kids.
Yes.
You have to teach them how valuable this is. This happens all the time. One last thing before I get into the next clip. Do you know that in Black families, well, many families, but I'll just talk about Black families. Do you know that one of the biggest inheritance that Black families have is life insurance when their parents die and real estate? The problem is sometimes when you pass down your house to your kid, that's empowerment because he doesn't have to pay a mortgage, just insurance. You can empower a family by living in a home where they don't pay a mortgage.
Yes,
you can.
Yes, you can.
Right?
Yes,
if you're working, right?
Yeah.
If you just sell that thing without a thought, and you didn't now invest into the next thing, then all of that what you inherited goes to waste.
It goes to waste.
And I would think back to that father, the comic book collection. He's waiting for the time, just like he had to wait for the time from his dad to understand, son, this means something. You may not understand now, but this means something. And it connected with him at some point. And then he said, you know what? My father taught me that this means something, and I now understand. So now I have to pass down that same understanding to my son, although it's going to be his choice once it gets in his hands. But I'm going to pass down the wisdom and the knowledge that my father passed to me down to him. That means something to that man's heart. That is something to get by. That means something to him. I read them Jay-Z lyrics because Jay-Z was talking about art, Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe other people can relate to that besides comic books. Art is worth a lot of money.
It is, yeah. Yes.
Michael Jackson had a lot of it when he was alive.
Oh, he bought a lot of art, pictures, portraits.
He had a lot of art. He would go to art galleries in different parts of the world and say, I want that one. Give me that one. Okay, give me that one. Okay, give me that statue. He knew what it was worth.
Oh, yeah.
He knew it.
Yeah, yes.
He walked in there and them people looked at him and said, what the heck is Michael doing? Michael knew what he was doing back then. So maybe some people can relate to that. Maybe some people can relate to a classic car.
Yeah.
You know, an old Chevy 1967 Chevelle or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, passed down to his son, an old Mustang. They don't even drive out the garage. And if he does drive it, it's every once in a while because it loses value, the more he puts wear and tear on it.
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay. Woo, man, y'all caught me at the right time today. y'all, y'all, boy. All right, let me get into
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I want to get into next, right?
Yes.
Is there are things that men and women value different in relationships and our perspectives, right? When I play this clip, I'm gonna let Ray talk. I'm gonna let y'all talk, and I'm gonna just give up the mic for a while.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna play this clip, and then we're gonna get the perspective. It says insecure versus territorial.
Okay.
Let's listen to how this comes out. I may have to play it twice, because the clip is not really long, but
it's long. Okay.
For some reason, the
here it
screen's
goes.
not coming up. Let me try this again. Oh, is it delayed? That's why. Okay.
Oh.
All right, let me do this again. StreamYard tripping. Let me get it back up. Okay, it should come up now. Bear with me, audience. There we go. All right, we're going to play it.
No disrespect to you when I say that, okay?
Insecure versus territorial.
I think that sometimes biological, yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's
right for
saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature. That's
okay.
Knowing what you are exposed to your husband, because I asked him, we had a deep not wife her. And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will take that. If you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. If you dress insecure out here yourself, I need to see that you see
that is their God-given right.
I know we always talk about women's empowerment.
Need to have
dressing like that is not women's empowerment. When I said sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. That's biologically how they are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got titty tape on. So there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you. He's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature. That's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposed to yourself to. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband, because I asked him. We had a deep conversation. I said, "What is it about women that will make you not wife her?" And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will take that. If you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. It's their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here, because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself. I need to see how you see yourself. I know we always talk about women's empowerment. Dressing like that is not women's empowerment, baby. You can try it all day long. There's nothing empowering about that.
Yep.
There was some hiccups. Did y'all see the video? Because there was some hiccups while it was being played with that.
I see there was a little split.
Okay, Ray, was you able to get it?
Yeah, it was. I got most of it,
Yeah.
and I understand it.
Okay,
Me
you
too.
got most of it to give it. Okay, good. I'm gonna let you go first, brother. Go ahead. I don't necessarily have a direct question, but what's your response to that particular clip in terms of the perspective that the host spoke on?
Well, I'll tell you this. 6 years ago, I was talking to a homegirl that me and Wayne both know. Me and Zacchaeus both know. Forgive me.
It's all good. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I got to hear.
Zacchaeus didn't meet this person face to face.
Okay.
But he'll know who I'm talking about as I go into the story. It was my last date with her. And it was wonderful. It was extraordinary. We had a conversation about something I saw on Facebook. And it was a woman dressing provocative. She was married to a pastor, I think. The question was asked, would you want your woman or wife to dress like this? I answered this question 3 times, and I discussed this with the young lady. I said, yes, I definitely would want my woman or wife to dress provocative. For my viewing pleasure only.
Hello.
There we go. Let me drop a bomb. Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
Because the thing is, all right, look, and the thing is, this young lady took my advice, because here's the thing, she's happily married now. Mm-hmm. And the way she dresses, it teases the provocative nature, but it doesn't fully show the provocative nature. It's like, if you see how she dressed, you'll be like, I get it, cool. It's like you see some things, but she ain't doing anything on purpose to accentuate the wrong attention. She's not. So, in regards to the clip, Fifth, as far as insecure and territorial, you gotta, you of course, there's a decorum that must be maintained. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so in that sense, I understand that it's territorial. Yeah, I don't see the insecurity at all, because if they're having the conversation, just like this woman said she had with her husband, they had this deep conversation, and if they both grow from this, if they're both, especially if they both see eye to eye, and she honors his feelings about her decorum, her presentation, then there won't be a problem, because she understands that not only is she representing him, she's representing herself. Mm-hmm. She's representing her family if they have kids. She's even representing her church if she goes to church. So there's a lot of representation here in your appearance. Yeah. And all of that needs to be transparent and acknowledged.
Mm-hmm. Zacchaeus, I kind of want to ask you a question. You're a married man.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I actually do have a question as Ray was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that you can respond to it first and then answer this question? Mm-hmm. Why is it that when a husband, I'll frame it your way, when a husband is advising his wife on something that may be a little too far, that he's gaslighted and being labeled as being insecure, as opposed to him being protective, which being protective at a level of safety is actually not a negative. You're protective of your wife as you should be. You and your wife, I'm sure your wife is protective of you. You both are protective of your children because you are their protectors. You, sir, or you are the protector of the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
So answer that question. Why is it that when a protector, a provider that these women ask for so much, that when a man has something to say that he's labeled as being insecure?
Easy. It's like this. You see, when you go out in public, I can understand one thing when you dressing for the bedroom and the bedroom only, but when you go out in public, and she said, "Oh, I'm dressing for you, honey, baby, I'm dressing for you." You see, when she said, she's not. It's not only my eyes are gonna be looking, but there's gonna be other men eyes looking as well.
Yeah.
And because she's dressed that way, they can look at her. Remember, people's minds wonder when they see a woman dressed provocative. And the first thing to think about, and we're men, we know, is sex. Like, damn, I want to hit that. That she look good, biting their lips. They're not thinking that her brain is sexy. They're not thinking that her, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, she has a sexy personality. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that they see. Okay, so, and that's a fact.
Wow.
That's a fact. Yeah, because the truth about this, and that's the truth. You can't even. And listen, if you're dressing like that, right? You dressing like with scantily clad clothes on, and I can see your cheeks swinging every time you walk in. Those big cupcake cheeks swinging down when you walk in, and those big watermelon tatas that you have. And I'm looking, and the man is laughing, and the man is looking at you, and he's gonna be like, "Damn," rubbing his hands like this, like he's something, like you're something that he would have on the menu. And that's supposed to be your wife, like, you know, like I'm gonna mention his name, Kanye West. How his wife dressed, like, damn. You know,
oh gosh, she's butt naked in public.
Yes,
with a stocking cap on.
So exactly. So when dudes see that, they're like, damn, Kanye. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at Kanye. They're looking at his wife. Like, you're thinking about all the things you want to do to that woman. You're like, you're not thinking about, damn, well. Yo, her personality is wonderful. Yo, brother, that's you. He be giving you a pound saying that's you. Oh, man. Yo, you want that cheek, man. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things that go through her mind. So, because remember, it's just for the bedroom, and when your wife dresses scantily clad, it's for your pleasure only. I agree with Ray. Yes, for pleasures only, for your eyes only. Because when they go out there and they're just like that, oh Lord, dudes are like, whew, they are Ray. They got some guys that don't have no self-control.
Mm-hmm.
No self-control.
Well, you put women have to understand that you put the men that you're with in harm's way, depending on the situation.
You gotta defend that. Yeah, you gotta defend her. Yeah, in harm's way. That's right.
Yeah. You know, because now he got to put himself in a position to now he got to do something about the guy who made a pass or whatever. Now he got to. But here's the thing, right? Understand that on the female side, they're gonna have pushback, and that pushback is, oh, so you trying to say somebody should do something to me because of the way I was dressed? No, we're not saying that.
No.
But what we're saying is, to women who are classy and who already have put themselves in a position where they are wife ready,
wife ready.
They already know better, and they're already not going to dress like that. How about that?
Hello.
My advice to women out there who want to be wives, if you even listen to my words, if you care, because I know a lot of y'all don't like me, what I'm hearing, but if you care, understand that there's praise for women who are modest and classy. I get it. I know we are years from Claire Huxtable.
Oh yeah, Claire Huxtable. Yeah, she was
I know we're years from A Different World, the show. I know we're years from that, but I want you ladies to understand. Back then, those were the women.
Oh yeah, hell, oh yes,
those were it.
Yes, the 90s and the 80s, 90s, hello.
Those were the ones that we wanted to put rings on.
Yes.
Okay, that's the difference between. And I get it that you ladies have seen Cardi B get a ring, but look who's her husband. All due respect, but no disrespect.
All due respect, yeah. Look who's her, yeah.
That's not a flex. Okay,
exactly. Hello.
Yeah, for neither of them, and that's not to throw a shot. I'm just saying. I think women who are good women, although that's a subjective word. But I believe good women are worth being with men who don't cheat on them every time you turn around. So that's why I brought up Cardi and Offset for a reason. That's nothing to be proud about. But
right.
You know, there is rewards for women who understand modesty. You know, who understand virtuous. You know what I'm saying? That's celebrated. And those are the women that God instructed us, as long as other things, to actually marry. He basically, the Bible tells us what not to marry and what to marry. I like that it tells us both.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? It tells you what to look for and it tells you what to look out for. How about that? You know? We're going to get into... Let me get one more in before we... Oh, wait, I don't want to leave this part. Okay. I like this was a wife talking. Just to let y'all know, this is her name is Kitty. She's from that podcast, Tonight's Conversation.
Oh.
So that's a wife speaking to an audience who asked a question.
Yes.
I'll play it one last time from our audience because it kind of skipped up a bit and then I'm going to just go. But let me play this again because it was kind of... It was so hop skippity when I was trying to play it. I hate when all of a sudden the internet, I gotta get a new computer, but I hate when the internet all of a sudden now want to get funny with me when I want to play something important. It's almost like somebody don't like the fact that we playing this clip.
No disrespect to you when I say that, okay? I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. That's biologically how they are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got titty tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure, he's territorial. That's a man's nature, that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will take that. If you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. If you dress sexual, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation, she's a representation of herself. I need to see how you see yourself. I know we always talk about women's empowerment. Dressing like that is not women's empowerment, baby. You can try it all day long. There's nothing empowering about that.
Yeah. I'll move on to the next one, but you know, it's not just women who are talking like that as far as like saying that the man is insecure, but men echo those same sentiments too. There are many men who are simps and suckers who echo that same sentiment as well. And it's got the game messed up and it's got women confused because a woman will say, oh, well, that's insecure. And then I'm like, no, it ain't. And then she'll be like, yeah, because that man said it. Care what he said? Oh, well, it came from a man on your side, so it got to be true. No, no. He's just what they call pandering.
Yeah.
And there's no respect for that. So let me get into one last thing, and then we're gonna get out of here. Let's see. Kind of skeptical on how I should play this. This person. No, never mind. I'm not playing that. I'm not. We're gonna play a different clip. Let me see if I can pull this up. There's a person I don't want to give no shine to. That had an epiphany, but she was very disrespectful to men until she had her own epiphany, and now she's speaking different. I don't want to give her shine, but she makes such a great point. That's what hurts. So I can't play it, but I'll say this. There's a clip out there of a woman who likes women. We don't endorse that here, but she says that she didn't realize how bad a relationship could be. Not bad. How challenging a relationship could be with a woman until being in one. And she says she now understands the man's perspective of the challenges that they go through daily. She didn't get it at first because she was married to a man at first, and then her first female relationship, she had all these problems. And said she now understands that the woman that she was with was narcissistic, and then that she had been nursing, elevating, and almost giving a power to women's narcissism, and she said she didn't realize it. See, it's not so fun when the rabbit got the gun, right?
On the other shoes. Try wearing the other shoes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I got the clip here. I got the clip. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to let Ray go first as soon as this gets done playing.
Hold on, because I'm trying to understand. And to the bougie ladies, y'all can help me understand in the comment section down below. What you mean y'all leaving y'all men? Y'all hardworking men that make sure they provide his food on the table and sometimes got clothes in your back, and even that's not his job. I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she got clothes. You feel me? I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she keep her nails and her feet done. What you mean you left the man because he can't afford you? What you mean? What y'all mean? Then y'all got women under the comments on my post about eating that Longhorn and Outback saying, well, the men need to stay out of their DMs or stay out of their way if they can't afford them because they not eating that Longhorn and they not eating that Outback. So what you want to eat? He put food in the crib, cook it. It's not his job to do. It's not his job to buy you Fendi, Gucci, Chanel. It's no value in that. A man in his right mind ain't finna do that. Now hear me out. It's a plus when when you ask him, babe, I need my nails and my feet done, and he paid for it. Babe, I want this bag, and he buys it. But it's not mandatory. He don't have to do that. And if he tell you no, that don't mean you leave him, or that don't mean he can't afford your lifestyle. That's ridiculous. You finna die with 9 cats and 2 dogs and no ring on your finger.
Hello.
There's a lot of men leaving these women because they I'm sorry, I can be because I can't afford her. He got a job, he paying bills, or every time I ask him for money, he say no. And it's a plus if you have a job and a man tell you keep all your money. What you doing with your money? It was a time when us women couldn't work and we fought so that we can work. You want $7,000 pair of shoes, you buy it.
Hello.
It's amazing, and it's a plus if we do find a wealthy man that'll be able to do that for us. You feel me? But it's not mandatory. And y'all got the nerve to be out here making real men that's working feel this little because they can't buy you a pair of $7,000 shoes. Not everybody's rich. Not everybody's wealthy. Some people just making it. And y'all got some nerve. And we already on a shortage of real men. Half of them is either dead or in prison. And y'all want to take advantage of the ones that's out here providing for their families and working, putting food on the table, giving you money here and there. And that's still not enough. Y'all out here making posts talking about I had to leave him because he can't afford my lifestyle. Get a grip. A real man knows the value of $1 because God knows if us women had to leave. We'll drown ourselves in a damn hole. You gonna die with
Ray, I'm gonna give it to you. You were nodding your head. I think you got something you got to add to it. Go ahead, Ray.
You know, I don't know if you ever seen this in an interview, but no, check this out. Vivica Fox did an interview maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Where she's allegedly lowering her standards now. I mean, no, here's why I say allegedly. You know, now she's open to dating outside her race and all this other nonsense. And but the thing is, it's like the man must have a job and take her shopping. Here's the problem I have with that. Why he got to take her shopping? Why is that his job? I can understand if y'all window shopping or if y'all want to have a fun time spending money, that's cool. But why must he take you shopping? You women have talked about y'all equal to men in so many ways that y'all have rights. Why must he go shopping with you? You can't do that yourself without his money, especially considering what your career has been. Please help me out.
Exactly.
So, with what this lady is saying in the clip, you know, I just think that it's contradictory to what women have fought for, the rights they are now given and are abusing. And I just think that a lot of them need to grow up and understand that they're not entitled to a man's wallet.
The
thing is, whatever they get from a man should be a plus, not the source in that regard. So for you to think that he gotta pay for this and pay for that, you realize that's prostitution, right?
Checkmate.
Hello.
Because we reached the point, gentlemen, Zacchaeus and Fifth, that a lot of relationships and marriages are transactional, and these females have no shame about that. You know what happened to my body's a temple, my body's God's temple. But no, you're willing to sell it and give it up and brag about this because you're getting money, because you're getting transactions. What happened to the real deep love that our grandparents raised us on and lived by?
Checkmate.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, you want to do that, you do that. But if this is the life you want to live, you don't have any rights to demand or command respect that a real man would give you, that a godly man would give you. You have no right, because you yourself are not being godly, and because you're not adhering to the Proverbs 31 virtuous women. How dare you demand?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Grow up and wake up.
Exactly.
Checkmate.
Hello.
Checkmate.
I'm gonna play it again.
Checkmate.
There's no response for that. There's no rebuttal to that. You know what I'm saying?
Checkmate.
Straight up. Zacchaeus,
Yeah.
you go ahead. That was
Yeah, man. He's 100% right. Ray's 100% right. I mean, yes, 100% right, because the truth of the matter is that some people like to feel, some people, I come to the conclusion in this era that we're living in that we're living in a delusional society. Very delusional, where they think that money's supposed to fly out the sky. Superman's supposed to come and sweep them off their feet and give them the world. All because I have some big cheeks and some everything to go with it. Give them the world because I do my nails and all that stuff. Looking cute and pretty and ever, you're supposed to give me the world. And I agree 100% because I thought about that too. Like, women in history fought for rights to work, rights to. It's not like you're living back in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Well, the 70s, women started working, right? 1970s. And the thing is that they think that they don't, if you ain't got it, like a perfect example. Remember that woman, that heavyset light-skinned woman that looked like she eat a whole lot of milk biscuits and everything like that. If you're only making 50K,
yeah.
If you only making 50K, don't date.
Yeah.
What? And she said in Atlanta that the bottle is like $3 for a bottle of water. $3.
She said one bottle of water is $3.
$3. Excuse you? Okay. And then telling the man that you don't date. No, we don't have to date you.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, the truth of the matter is true. Some women, because they're getting older. Vivica Fox is 61. God bless her. I think she's 61, right? 61.
Well, now she's actually 10 years older than me. So in July she's gonna be 61. You're right. She's gonna be 61. She's 60 right now.
So, I mean, no shade on Vivica Fox, legend. I love her in movies and everything like that. She was great. But the message that I'm trying to bring across is that sometimes God put people in your radar, and I'm sure God put many men and many decent men. I gotta say decent men in Vivica Fox radar. But you know what she looked at? She had too many, like what West Indian people say, too much styles. Her, like Guyanese people say, her story is too long. She had too much styles. Not what she was picking to, looking at. He's too short for me. He's not even 6 feet tall. Oh, wait a minute. He's too this for me. Oh no, he only make that much. Child, he only make this much. I can't date him. No, he's decent to me. He's doing this for me, doing that for me. But I'm just treating him as a friend. But child, I don't want to date him because he has he's not making that much for me. And guess what? Women out there, there's a message to you. You be 40, 50, 60 years old, still single. Nobody to settle down with, going home to an empty apartment. And like what my sister said, all those cats and dogs, or cats, they would say. So sometimes God puts people in your radar. God puts people in your journey. And sometimes he can be nudging at you saying that's for you. But you know what you do? And this is for the ladies. You know what you do? You look at this, you look at that. Oh, he's not wearing the right shoes. Oh, his hair is cut too low. Oh, like Pop the Balloon. Oh, he's not wearing the right hair. Your clothes are too this. Oh, you're not 6 feet tall. You're only 5'11". Oh, you're only 5. You're not my type. And then when you hit that 50 years old, still knocking on your door, you're like, I'm still single. Damn, you're bitter. So you got no choice but to because you're lonely in the bed. You've been hugging the pillow for 30 years. Between your legs, you've been hugging the pillow for 30 years. So now you got no choice but to lower your standards, because now you just want companionship now. And you chase away all the good men. So all the good men you chase away, guess what? They're taken already. A lot of them are married already. A lot of them are moved on already. And now that If you the West Indian style, you broke up now. Now you're trying to seek a man now. Now, listen. Sometimes we just gotta take our lessons and roll with it. And you don't want to be nothing wrong with being alone, but you don't want to have regrets. Like, dag. That was for me, but now I let him go. He was a decent guy, and they wasted time. And I want to bring this point too. They wasted time with guys that waste their time. Okay? Guys that lie to them, sleep with them nonstop, maybe have a kid with them or so. Next thing you know, he broke up with you. Now you're all washed up. Now you're wearing bands. Now you're all out of whack, and now you're looking all wrinkled and not good no more, like how you used to look back in the days. And now you go to church, and all of a sudden now you're looking for a good man at 49 or 50 or 50 something years old. Now you're looking for a good man. Now you see all the men that's your girlfriends or your men that's they're married already. Yeah. Too much styles, too many things he was talking. You have to, you're making 50K a year. They don't, and that's what makes people lose all the time. They never see the big picture. That's my point. Yeah.
Can you, before you finish?
Yeah.
You have a very famous quote that I love that you quote from your mother. God bless her soul.
Yeah.
You know what I want you to say, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you say it? Because it applies to the situation.
Yep. They pick until they pick nothing.
You hear what I said?
My mother used to always say that, Ray. Nah. Mm-hmm. Pick. They just don't until they pick nothing.
Yeah.
They pick on this. Oh, he's too short. Pick on that. Oh, he don't make enough money. Oh, they pick until you pick nothing. And I think that's what some women are in the position, and where they pick on this, pick on that, until they wind up with zero, or their cats become their boyfriends. I don't know. Yeah.
Which perfectly explains the ultimate difference between being picky and being wisely selective.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference. Wisely selective and being picky. That's a huge difference.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
Can I stay on that real quick and give it back to Ray? Because if you're wisely selective, you will at some point get the results that you have worked for at some point. If you're wisely selective, if you are to the point where you're to the point where you're talking about how you're lowering your standard, but you're not being considerate of the man. He may have to lower his standard to get with you.
Mm-hmm.
And deal with you and all the mess you come with now and the baggage that you come with now. You're not what you used to be, Vivica.
Right.
And you come with a lot of attitude and mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the value in that? So you talking about what you got, what you considering? What did it mean? Oh, and it hasn't worked out for you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Difference between being what you said, wisely selective, and what else you said, Ray?
Picky.
There you
picky. Because the thing is, we reached a point now where character really don't mean much.
Yes.
It really don't. No, it really don't. I'm not kidding. Look,
no, I agree. I hate that that's the case, but I agree. It's sad.
Yeah, because if you look at Pop the Balloon and other things, who is looking for the internal of a man?
None.
Who is looking for conversational versatility? Do they even mention that? Have they even mentioned that on Pop the Balloon?
They don't. If they do, they say that's
It's
for
very
another time.
rare.
That's my point.
Yes.
All right. So that's why I say it's like, we're just in a transactional time where even the young 20-year-old females and up, I mean, I don't know if it's their peers that are teaching them this or the actual family members teaching them this about what I mentioned earlier about, things being transactional to the point where a woman's vajayjay no longer has to be earned. All you gotta do is give them money.
Yeah.
People aren't talking about character anymore. Matter of fact, to be honest, character is rarely ever mentioned in this day and age, even in churches.
Hello.
Checkmate.
So, and I think that I believe what's happening in this day and age is that there are a lot of people, male and female, who are so afraid to be alone that they're settling because they're on this nonsense talking about, hey, at least I got somebody.
Yes, Jimmy.
And it's pathetic. All right, so what do you have? It goes back to my first appearance where I talked about how much I hate Jimmy Kosher's song. Because you talking about she's all I got.
I love Nicole. She's all I got.
What happened to Jesus Christ? Are you serious? So she's all you have. He's all you have. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Where's your self-worth and where's your self-esteem?
Yes. It's all I got. Mm-hmm.
He and she is all you have.
All I got.
Not Jesus Christ.
That's right. Hello.
Not your self-respect.
Yes, right.
Because you're listening to the wrong people, following the wrong things.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. So when you hit the wall, you have no one else to blame but yourself. Why? Because you're not even trying to improve on your own character, on your own mindset, on your own brand.
Hello.
Take responsibility and accountability, please. And stop blaming everybody else because you're living a sad life. It ain't everybody else's fault. When it comes down to it, it's yours.
Hello.
How do you deal with the hand that's been dealt? That's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And stop blaming the world for your misfortunes. Because at some point, you have to grow.
That's right.
You have to progress.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no responsibility of any adult to take care of you, especially if they're not your mom and dad.
Hello.
So cut your nonsense.
Exactly. Well said.
We'll end it there.
Yes.
We're gonna have Ray back, definitely.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Appreciate that.
All right. We're gonna get up out of here. Hey Ray,
yeah.
You got anything you want to promote or let them know where you at, where they can reach you?
Yeah, my whole government name is on Facebook and on TikTok and Instagram, I'm known as Bannister Ray C.
There you go.
There we go. That's what I'm
Ladies and gentlemen,
go ahead. Just real quick.
we got him.
Hey, Zacchaeus.
Yes, sir.
Let them know where they can reach you.
Yeah, Zacchaeus on Instagram, Zacchaeus Music on Instagram, also Wayne Backus Gospel on Instagram. TikTok is also Wayne, new TikTok account I have Wayne Backus at Wayne Backus on TikTok as well. Also, I have Facebook is Wayne Backus on Facebook as well too. But yes, so you can check me out. I have the show on YouTube called Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. Check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out for Bible videos and Bible scriptures, sharing scriptures on a 6-day basis. Check it out. Yeah.
Amen.
All right. Y'all can get at me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Fifth General. I'm on TikTok now at Fifth General TV. All right,
Yes.
TikTok at Fifth General TV, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, X at the Fifth General. All right. All right. We're gonna see y'all next time. Signing off. Peace, y'all.
Peace.